Hey everyone, Tracy Taylor here from Taylor Made Transformations. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about reconciling. We've been talking a bit about forgiveness and how forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation, but oftentimes it does. And I just want to briefly approach this subject because it really then splinters off into a zillion other issues that we will talk about in future videos. But I have several clients, and I know personally myself, I've done this. I find that we sometimes reconcile with people out of fear. And not because we truly forgive what they've done. And when we reconcile with someone out of fear of being alone or finances or, if you're with your husband or your partner and you're worried about your kids, there's a lot of reasons we can reconcile beyond truly just wanting to build a relationship with this person. I know at times it can seem like we do want to build a relationship with this person, but the deep down truth, the root of the matter is that you're afraid on some level of something. I find that when we reconcile with people because we have a fear and not truly because we forgive what they've done, and want to rebuild trust and friendship and respect with that person, oftentimes we just find ourselves like a hamster on a wheel, literally doing the same thing over and over again, like that movie Groundhog Day or like a deja vu. We find ourselves at the same exact place that we ended up at. And we may arrive there in a different way, but it's literally the same place. I know personally myself, I struggled for years to end my marriage, for many reasons that most females do, because of my kids, finances, the fear of being alone after being with somebody for 20 some years. Those are all real fears. But as the saying goes, and I know it can be rather cliche, growth doesn't happen in a comfort zone. And that means facing fears. And sometimes those fears will scare the living shit out of you. And there's literally nothing that you can do but just go forward and face that fear straight on in the face. Sometimes you're going to fall flat dead on your face, but the only way to go is up. But when we reconcile, we need to really make sure, and obviously this goes for all relationships. This is best friends, family members, love relationships, whatever, is we really need to make sure that we are forgiving that person for the right reasons. That we're not staying in a relationship because we're afraid to go outside our comfort zone and experience life in a different way. And if you're sure that you're ready to actually forgive the person and you really want to build, then a lot of times those relationships work afterwards, but they're far and few between because most people, they make decisions based on fear. They really do. They make the decision based on being too afraid to go outside their comfort zone and needing to stay in that security and safety net. And it's like anything else in life, whether it's business or health or whatever, you're going to have to be uncomfortable to really see a change. So that's really what I wanted to talk about as far as reconciliation today, is when you are really thinking of reconciling with somebody, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. We all hate to lose people, and we all are afraid to move on, but sometimes it really honestly is the best thing you can do. And the longer you prolong it, the longer you prolong your growth phase too. So make the move either way, but be willing to accept the consequences. But if you're in doubt, then don't make a decision. I always say, when in doubt, do nothing. Pray on it and it'll come to you. But if it's not for the right reason, don't delay your growth. Move on. And that's all I have to say about that. And we'll start to talk about some other issues on why we reconcile with people when we probably shouldn't. If you would take a moment to like, share, comment on my videos, I'd appreciate it. If you know somebody going through some of these life issues and you think they could benefit from some of my videos, if you would share them, I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great day.